Man, what up, y'all? Yeah, man, what up, y'all? I really, I want to come and I want to holler at y'all on some, on some real, you know, on some real, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all be, wanting the stories or whatever, and you know, I still give y'all the stories, but sometimes I just come and I just holler at y'all on some, you know, some shit being crossed my mind or whatever. But I wanted to holler at y'all, and I'm really it's like I guess I could put a story in this too, because of, you know, what I'm about to talk about is something that I done been through before, you know, and just to get to the point, you know what I'm saying, because I don't be liking to, you know, feel like I'm rambling or whatever, but to get to the point. Man, I've been looking at a lot of these dudes from Chicago, like interviews and whatnot, right? And I think back to when I first was hearing about the situation in Chicago, how they had all the killing, and you see different documentaries, and you see the mamas on there, and they just they crying their eyes out, they tired, they like, man, the kids can't play, and you know what I'm saying, you got those people, those type of people, and then you got the other type of people who you know, it is what it is, nigga, you know, I gotta stay strapped around this bitch, I'm smoking a nigga if they come my way, or you know, you got that type, it's like it's all divided, and at the same time it's all one, you hear me? And I saw that because I was just looking at what's the dude name, Butter. You remember? I was thinking about Butter, and on an interview, and you know, these days with all this shit on YouTube, sometimes you don't be knowing if it's really just some kind of acting or whatever. But if it is or if it ain't, either way it go, I know I really been through this shit. You hear me? So when I saw a dude ask him, he was asking him about how he felt about the little situation. He kind of you know, looked like as it went through his brain, he had to process really what was going on. It's like, man, and he just walked off. You hear me? And when I saw it, it kind of just brought me back. You hear me? Because I remember at the point in my life when I really sat there and I had to think about, what is we really doing? You know what I'm saying? What is we really doing? You know what I'm saying? And it just it blew my mind. This shit we be doing, dog, is really over nothing, son. For real, I don't care how you try to break it down, son. It's we doing this shit for nothing. You hear me? At one time, New Orleans was that place where they'll talk about Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker was New Orleans, New Iraq, all that shit. You heard me? It was all those different names. How Chicago got Chirac and all that shit. Man, this was the spot, son. In my time, you hear me? Everybody getting it on. You hear me? And I remember they would have them little marches and the people with the signs, "Thou shalt not kill," "Killing ain't cool," you know, the mom was crying out, "Violence gotta stop," and all that type of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I remember nigga looking like, shit, nigga come up on me, yeah, man, shit, nigga gonna catch him. I'm talking about every day, yeah, man, everywhere we go, we gotta keep something on us, you hear me? Cause that's just how it was. It was either you know, caught with it or caught without it, you hear me? And it's like I said, as you get older and you mature more and more, you start to realize that, man, it's all bullshit. You heard me? But it's on the flip side that you be so deep in that, you know, even though this shit is bullshit, even though you feel like this is bullshit or you realize this is bullshit, that don't mean that them other, you know, that don't mean that they off that bullshit. You hear me? Just because you growing up, just because you maturing, that don't mean they off that bullshit. So it's like, in a way, we done made this bullshit lifestyle our reality. Nah, you hear me? We done made this bullshit reality this bullshit lifestyle our reality in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all started from what I can say from like I said, my personal experiences and things. You hear me? It started from, nigga, we hustling, we doing us, you hear me? We right here in this spot. You know what I'm saying? These niggas here, they been around here, but we around here now, and we ain't from around here, and we starting to make more money than they is. We taking their people, and so now they like, you know, they want to be cool with a nigga, but really, they really just trying to get close. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, snake shit going on. They take a nigga out, you hear me? We take, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Trying not to say too much, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it go back and forth. And you be like, damn, where did it all start from? You hear me? It all started from a nigga not being able to think and say, all right, instead of me snaking the people, how could we all come together and we all make this money? Yeah, because it was enough money to go around for everybody. I swear to God, it was enough money to go around for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that first situation that happened like that was when we used to be downtown, like Palmyra way. Everybody, like I said, I ain't trying to say too much. You know what I'm saying? Certain things just always gonna be. You know what I mean? Like, certain things is always gonna be. You know, everything don't have that statute of limitations and shit, you know? But that was that, and we learned that lesson from that, you hear me? So, like, everything we went through, we always try to learn a lesson from it, right? So, after that situation happened and all that went on, you know, we started, and that's when, you know, I mean, we did a few other places and all that, and that shit ran smooth. But when we went uptown, and we was in the 12 ward, you hear me? It was like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really from around here, but we around here now, and we, you know, we getting that bread around here. And most of it really was like an illusion though. I'm talking about niggas were hating off of illusion, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, trying to put myself in these shoes, I guess I could feel him, man. This nigga ain't from around. He pulling up in the Volvo truck, pulling up in the Maxima, pulling up in the Jag, pulling up in all these different rentals and all this type of shit like that. I bet. But if you really knew, you know what I'm saying? Bro, the XC90, bro, this is us. You hear me? The Jag, that's my sister shit. The new Max, that's my whole shit. And we playing different rentals. You hear me? But, you know what I'm saying? But outside looking in, they like, man, these niggas eating. You hear me? And we ain't. How this go? So, you know, them niggas call themselves trying to apply pressure on us. You hear me? And they ended up robbing this little chick that my cousin partner fucked with. He was locked up at the time, so she was handling his business for him while he was locked up. And they ended up robbing the chick. You hear me? And they sent the message. They were trying to send a message through that, like this was gonna happen to anybody who around here getting money and they ain't from around here. You hear me? So, you know, we automatically took it as y'all talking about us, cause we the only motherfuckers that ain't from around here that's getting money. You hear me? So shit, we instantly, you hear me, strapped up. I called my nigga Mooney, you hear me? My nigga Mooney, you hear me? And he bring me the Ruger. He bring me the Ruger with the 32 shots in that bitch, you hear me? And I told him the situation. He like, man, I'm coming with you, you hear me? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. And so, you know, we go check the situation. You know, them niggas, you know, oh no, we ain't talking about y'all. You know, we know y'all, and y'all cool. We ain't talking about y'all. There's a misunderstanding and all that. We do about, you hear me? Nigga like, alright, but you know, like if you got a problem, we right there. Like we right there. You hear me? He like, no, you know. Instead of being heads up with a nigga, right? And so the next incident, they link up with some niggas that's not from around the area. They like, I think them niggas from like I think them niggas from like around Galveston somewhere, you hear me? Like I don't know for sure, you hear me? But I knew they wasn't from around there, but there was some niggas they fuck with. So they tried to send them niggas through to you know, and they come through, and the day they come through, it was like, I'm walking down Liberty, crossing Louisiana. I see that nigga B, you hear me? He right there, Fusher? No, wait, Della shit. I'm gonna read it in the Della shit. Is that Fusher? Fuck, I won't say fit. I know he on the street between a million and Della shit, you hear me? The little street right there. I won't say that's Fusher, you hear me? But he walking down and he walking towards the little spot, you hear me? And like so I can't see that this car coming, you hear me? But the nigga Cal, he walk on the fucking porch and he see the play. So he already beat. He throw him the gun, so all I, cause I'm hollering, whoa, you know, and all I see is that nigga drop down to the ground, like, you hear me? That's when I hear the shots, bah, bah, bah. He, you know, bah, bah, boom, and they hit him, and they hit him in his hand. The gun fly out his hand or whatever, they scared off or whatever. Cab let off some shots, whatever like that. You hear me? So that was the second, you know, they like, damn, cause they can't do nothing with us. You hear me? Like, whatever y'all want to do, we with that shit. You hear me? And so where they went with it next, they ratted on a nigga. You hear me? I'm talking about they tried to get us jammed up, gang unit, all that shit come right to our spot. You hear me? Me bro, Denzel. That's when AJ went to all that. He caught 7 years behind that shit. You hear me? We had got out or whatever, but they hooked me up in the gang file for my tattoos, talking. They were trying to say I killed the little 2 dudes at the DJ and all this type of shit. I'm like, man, what type of shit going on? You hear me? But these niggas here talking. They trying to, you know what I'm saying? So, nigga get out of that situation right there. And that's when, you know, the niggas did they thing again on a nigga. And that's when I went and called my charge. You hear me? That's when I went and did my jokes. You hear me? The nigga gave me up. You hear me? And at first I didn't know that the nigga had gave me up. I found out the nigga gave me up at my partner, God rest the dead, my partner Terry funeral, the day of his funeral. I had just come home. You hear me? And so and the nigga tell me that, you know, that's what happened, cause the nigga who told me that's what happened, that was his partner. He was running with them, you hear me? And the same nigga got down on his brother, you hear me? Like, that's how snake this shit get, you hear me? Same nigga with his partner, they running getting money together, told on me, told on his brother, you hear me? When I was coming home, his brother was taking my spot. Ain't that shit crazy? You hear me? But that's your homie, you know what I'm saying? And like I see, the stank of that shit now, this the same nigga that you would kill for, you hear me? This the same nigga you'll get your life up for, and that nigga doing shit like that, you hear me? It's bullshit, son. Street shit, bullshit, you hear me? So, you know, at a certain time, place and time in your life, dog, if you've been doing this shit so much, and you sit back, you think back of all the niggas that's dead now, for this bullshit, you hear me? All for this bullshit, son. Like Laterra did for bullshit. The Buddy did for bullshit. Egg, bullshit. Tuna, bullshit. Fucking, Act, bullshit. Fucking Kid Ryan, bullshit. Fucking, dog. Everybody who I can fucking name, son. Young, bullshit, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? All these niggas dead behind bullshit, dog. Yeah, man. Niggas smoke my little cousin because he fucking a hoe. The fuck, yeah, man? Cause he fucking your hoe? Not your wife, not your baby mama, not your, yeah, your hoe. You that mad, my nigga? Yeah, man. Come on, man. Man, this shit so fucked, you hear me? Akbar dead. Why he dead? Cause I don't really even want to say that man's name, you hear me? Ray, you already know. But cause you robbed the little dude, took his shit, and ain't no dude was coming like that. And dude went to letting them bitches off. Hit him in his back with his act in his neck. Act bled out, you hear me? He really wasn't even in on that shit, you hear me? Bullshit, son. Like, this the reason why niggas dying, son, over bullshit, dog. Niggas dying because, nigga, I want in on, you know what you got. I want some of this bread around here too. But nigga can't come and be like, say, and come to some kind of agreement. It's like a nigga went straight for some state property shit, nigga. You coming through this bitch, and if you don't let us, you hear me? A nigga whole life over, just like that, behind some shit like that, bro. You hear me? Like, for real, son. And see, like, if you ain't did it, you hear me? If you ain't never did it, then you can't understand. You hear me? You probably, man, shit, you should. Man, listen, dog. They had a million places where you could, if you a hustler, it's 1,000,001 places where you could set up shopping. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going in some, you know what I'm saying? Cause just imagine if it, like, with the shoes on the other feet, and they were trying to come and talk about something. Yeah, we about to come around here and all that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga would be like, man, they tripping. Got me fucked up. You hear me? But we do the same shit to them. We were doing the same shit to other people, and we expected them to, you hear me, bow down, son. Like, I be thinking that, and that's how fucked up we was, son. Like, you hear me? We really, like, we didn't see no wrong in what we was doing. So, nigga, man, we was wrong as a motherfucker, son. You hear me? We was wrong as a motherfucker, dog. We really gone through a nigga neighborhood and infiltrating they shit, and was really on some shit like, if they buck, man, you hear me? If they buck, over with. You hear me? We really was on that type of kick, son. Like, man, that shit fucked up, you hear me? Like, dog, bruh, my nigga, I'm talking about, bruh. It's so much shit I really want to say, but it's like, I know the shit that I want to say, it ain't no place for this. And like, at the end of the day, I be doing this YouTube shit, I be telling my little stories and shit like that, but don't get it twisted. Like, I know the shit I know I shouldn't come and say on here, you hear me? Like I said, the shit that I want to say right now, I know it ain't got no place for it. There ain't no internet shit, you hear me? Like, a whole lot of shit to get stirred up if I start talking like that. But, man, bro. Son, slick side, inside, dog, I got a lot of pain in me, son. A lot of hurt in me, bro. You hear me? Like, I really do. Like, you know, now that I got kids and shit like that, you hear me? Like, I think about a lot of shit and it bring a lot of hurt in me, son. Like, dog, I just think about how we were really fucked up, bro. Like, our way of thinking was fucked up, son. Like, even my brother, you hear me? Cause I'm talking about, he was the one who taught a nigga like that, man. You don't respect nothing out here, you hear me? Don't respect nothing to nobody. You do what you want, you hear me? And as he got older, and we was still on that kick, he came to us and he apologized like a man, and I was wrong. That ain't how you supposed to be rocking, son. You hear me? You can't rock like that. Cause I'm talking about, he had the nigga with the mentality, you roll over anybody, fuck him. Get out of my way, you hear me? And that's really how we was coming, son. Like, I swear to God, you hear me? My partner out the yo, that nigga Drew, one day, and this is minor shit, you hear me? But I'm just trying to show you the mentality that a nigga had, you hear me? We on magazines, son. This around the white people and everything, you hear me? We on magazines, son. He had just got his F-150. We pulled in the Walgreens right down magazine. And they had a van right there. This nigga hit the nigga van. I'm talking about, he hit it. Like, he ain't, like crash it or nothing like that, but he hit us enough where the van kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? Damn near, like, you know, tilted over, whatever, you hear me? And the man jump out that bitch, you hear me? Man, you know what we did? What y'all think we did? Y'all think we have to, oh man, I'm so sorry, causing the damage. No, we did. Man, nigga jump out that bitch, man. What you want to do about it? Guns drawn, son. Real talk, son. I swear to God, bro. You hear me? Guns drawn on that boy. Man, what you want to do? How you want to take that? You hear me? Man, that nigga jumped back in that van and got the fuck, son. Imagine that dude, bro. Imagine that nigga hit your fucking car and jump out and say what you want to do about it and draw down on you, son. Tell me we wasn't fucked up, bro. Man, we was fucked up, dog. Like, that's the type of time we was on, son. We was fucked up, bro. Like, it was like a nigga couldn't do no wrong, son. For real. And guess what? The cost of living like that for so long, guess what? I mean, I gotta roll around every day with something on me like this. And I'm knowing that if I get caught up like that, I'm knowing I'm looking at 10 at the minimum, you hear me? With my jacket, man, I'm looking at like 10 with the minimum, you hear me? But I don't want to get caught without it, you hear me? So, man, bro, I'm telling y'all, son. I always try to tell y'all, bro. I tell y'all this shit because I did it. You know, dog, if you ain't got to do it, don't do it, son. I'm telling you, don't fucking do it, bro. It fucks you up, son. For real. Y'all, this shit fucks you up, son. If you live long enough to understand what it really is, son. Shit fuck you up, you hear me? For real, son. Like, dog. Nigga was fucked up, son. Them Chicago niggas, they fucked up, son. But they young niggas. Yeah, man. They young niggas. You see, once they keep getting older and keep getting older, they gonna start to realize, man, we fucked up. You hear me? Cause I'm telling you, that's just how we was. Just like them. You hear me? For real, but we just wasn't on no internet and all that shit like that. Nah, we wasn't doing all that. You hear me? But nigga, see your fucking one of your hoes and be telling, man, nigga, you hear me? Nigga done him, man, woo. Yeah, me a hoe, man, nigga. You hear me? Hit it, you know what I'm saying? And she gonna tell him, oh, that boy was, woo. Now he trying to, you hear me? And nigga do him something, you hear me? Like, that's just how it was. But it wasn't on no internet like that. Nah, I don't know about all that, but, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we was just like that. Disrespectful as a motherfucker, all that, son. And dare you try to come where we at, you hear me? For real, though. But, like I said, I ain't in all that no more, bro. I'm just trying to raise my kids the best way I could, you hear me? But it is what it is, bro. But I hope everybody could grow up and mature and open their eyes, dog, and realize this shit we was knowing is bullshit. I'm out.